Hello everyone, welcome to yet another video in the LaTeX series. This is the second video for the LaTeX series that is coming in Teja's Tech channel. If you haven't checked out the first video that showed how to install MikTeX and TexMaker, go and check it out. The link will be posted in the description below. Without further ado, moving to the first part of the series where we will see how to get started with building documents in LaTeX. This is the TexMaker IDE that we installed in the first video. Before we start writing our code and compiling them, let me just show you simple settings that I have configured. So click on the options menu over on the top, then click on configure TexMaker. Make sure that you have the PDF viewer enabled and embedded over here. You can just use the built-in viewer or even a external viewer if you like, but I use the built-in viewer because it is okay to use. So why not, right? These commands are pretty much the default commands. If you see anything different, don't get scared right away, because these don't make that much of a big difference when you are starting out. You might need to change them when you go on. So the quick build option allows you to set a command that will run when you press the quick build button. This is the quick build button right here. So these are the commands that can be executed when you press the quick build button. Make sure that you have it set on PDF LaTeX and view PDF so that you can just view the PDF as soon as you build the code. Then you can change the editor settings, the fonts, the colors and stuff like that over here. I won't be dealing with it much, so you can just leave it as it is. Then if you go on to shortcuts, this will be very important. We will need to configure a shortcut uh, for for building the documents basically, but it is already set to default F1, and I will just leave it like that because I don't need to change it anymore. So you can just check that if it is selected to F1 or not. So starting off, just click on the plus button on the top right, or you can go to file and then click on new, or you can even press the shortcut key Control N, so that you just create a new file. Once you have created a new file, you will start writing code on the black part of the screen, and the PDF will show up on the right side when you build the document. So a LaTeX file basically consists of a document class. You can just enter backslash and document class to enter the command. Document class takes two parameters, two types of parameters basically. So the parameters in the square brackets are optional parameters, uh, the font size, then the font family and stuff like that. So I will just press 12 points to notify that I want the reference value of the font to be 12 points. Then in the curly brackets are the essential parameters. These are the classes of documents exactly specified by LaTeX. You can build them yourself, but we will be using the document classes that are already specified by LaTeX. So you can just type article, books and stuff like that. The more descriptive more descriptive document classes will can be found in a tutorial or in a more elaborated documentation. Just check that out. So once you do this, you can start building your files. To start building a file, you just need to press begin document, because we are beginning documents, right? And all the commands in LaTeX start with a backslash. You can just press backslash and type in begin. The begin is an begin is something like you type a code, then that form happens. So you can just begin a document, and every beginning needs to have an ending. So if you begin a document, you must also end a document, right? So we can just type this is my first article. This is my first article. Then if I save it, and I can just save it to anywhere I like. I will be saving it over here like demo dot wait, let me just make a new folder over here. This is the new folder, demo. Then I can just mention it as main.txt. You don't have to keep it as main, but in programming, basically the starting point of a document or a starting point of a programming code is generally referred to as main. So I will just save it. Then you can build it. The quick build option can be selected from over here, right? I showed you over in the shortcuts. The quick build option is F1 for me. I don't find it now. Oh yeah, here it is. F1 is the quick build option, so I will just press F1, and as you can see, the process has started. The PDF is being built. So this is the basic thing that you will find when you first start building files in TextMaker. Remember that we talked about two text distribution, mictex and textlive. Textlive installs all the packages up front, but mictex installs the packages when we need them, right? So we are using 12 point font size, and the font size is defined in the AMS font package. So we need to install that. Just click on install. Then it will take some time, but this really saves up storage because mictex just uh, installs the packages when we need them and not just upfront. So once you're done, you can just see the PDF on the right side, right? See, this is my first article. You can actually zoom out. This is 124 percentage. You can actually zoom out to 75 percentage, and you can see that this is my first article is built on the right hand side. This is because the PDF viewer is embedded, right? So this is how you type in LaTeX, but this is not why we are using LaTeX, right? Because typing a document is not as simple as it seems. So let's say that we will be learning about sections, subsections, and stuff like that in this video. So the first section in a document is basically the title, the author, and the date, right? So in LaTeX, there is a command for title. You can just click backslash title and then enter the first, let me just say demo in, and you can just use backslash la, or okay, you can just use LaTeX demo in article writing. Then you can go author Lazar's tech. Then you can just leave the date out. Then these are variable values that you can set while building a document. And once you have started the document, inside the begin and end document section, you can just enter a command make title. Then just repeat the same one. This is my first article. Then if you save it and build it, what you will see is, see, this is the title, this is the author name, and this is the date that it was written on September 23rd 2020. So these are seen because we input the command make title. If we just remove it and then build, this will not show up. So make title is essentially telling the LaTeX compiler that anything that is in the title has to be formatted like this, in the author has to be formatted like this, in the date has to be formatted like this, right? But we don't have date over here. So what is happening is LaTeX just inputs the date on which the PDF or on which the code was compiled. If you don't want that to show up, just enter date and leave the parenthesis open. So if you do this, this date won't show up, right? Because the empty value is being passed over here. So let's say today is September 23rd. Today is September 23rd, but I want the date to be September 20 20th. Okay, September 20, 2020. I just had some overdue document that I had to submit, and I have to change the date. You can just enter date and the date that you want to show, then build it, and it will be changed to September 20 regardless of the day you are writing the code. So this is how you make a title in LaTeX. Moving on, so let's just leave it as the default one. Then in LaTeX, another awesome feature is you can just enter backslash and then start a section, right? Sections are basically the headings in an article. So let's say the first section, then inside the parenthesis, if you write first section, then write again section, the second section, and then if I just go over here, copy this, then inside the first section, this is the first section of the article, and if I copy this, and go over here. This is the second section of the article, right? And if I build it, see, section is basically the heading. First section, this is the first section of the article. Second section, this is the second section of the article. So these are sections and they are numbered as well. First section, second section, right? They are numbered. If I just cut this, okay, if I just cut these part and then paste it over before the first section, then you can see that, see, number one is second section now because it comes before first section, right? So let's not do that, that will be confusing. So let's say if you don't want the numbers to show up, right? I don't want first section to be numbered as 1. I don't want number 2 to show up beside second section. There is a simple command for that. Section star. Star is basically telling that I don't want the number reference in anything. It can be in a picture, it can be in a table, it can be in an equation, anywhere. If you enter the asterisk, it says that you don't want the number reference. See, only first section, second section is showing up. So let's not do that. I just showed you how to do it. So okay, not just section, you have a subsection as well. Let's say subsection, first subsection. Okay, let's say first subsection, then build it. And as you can see, it is 1.1, right? It is auto numbered because it comes after the first section. If I just enter another subsection over here, slash subsection, let's say the second subsection, and then build it, you can see that it shows the second subsection. So this is basically sectioning and stuff like that. And the star or the asterisk works on subsections as well. If you could just enter asterisk over here, you can see that the numbers will disappear from the subsections, and this is applicable to almost anything that has a number reference to it. So that's it for making sections, subsections, and titles in LaTeX. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon for more exciting tech related topics from Tezastech.